and then I laid down to go to bed because I was tired. I had to work in the morning. That day, for the first time ever, I filled out government paperwork saying I was homeless. I filed for a bridge card, and I filed that I was homeless. And I need help meeting my nutritional needs, which I really did. And I still really do. So I, for the first time, asked for food assistance. And the very same night, not 12 hours after I filed government paperwork saying I'm homeless, I'm sleeping in that carpool lot. At roughly 8 or 9 p.m. I go to bed. I wake up around midnight. I wake up after being asleep for roughly 3 hours to, gosh, I want to reenact this for you. I'm sure I will in some other video, but a man standing, not at my driver door, not at my passenger door, standing at my side sliding door, the main door I use to get into my bedroom, my bed that's in the back. It's a minivan. It's emptied out, and it's my bedroom. He's at that door, and this is how he starts his approach of responding to a call, supposedly. Full force punches. Bow, 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 bow. Not light hammer fist, not knock. He's punching with his knuckles. Bow, 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 bow. Police department, open up. Bow, 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 bow. Police department, open up. Just like that. Exactly like that. Probably even harsher or louder. That was how he started the engagement. It violently woke me out of my sleep. I got a tomahawk here. I got a katana here. I'm holding both of them like, what the fuck is going on? Who's trying to fucking kill me? Someone's trying to fucking hurt me. That's all I can think. And then I play skunk. I tinted windows. And I had, custom tint on all my windows. And it was blacked out. I also had my clothesline and, all my laundry hanging up. So, pretty sure he's not going to see me. But there happened to be one little space between a couple things hanging where he was able to shine his light. And I saw his light. He saw my foot. His light was right on my foot. He repeatedly shined my foot. It was out of the blanket. He knew there was a human being inside of that vehicle. Within the first 5 minutes, I glanced and peeked, and I noticed it was a squad car. But it was not a Livingston County squad car. It was not an Oakland County squad car. It was not a Green Oak squad. It was a solid white Crown Vic with not a single light on the top, not a single decal on the side, just the two little front side mirror things, by the rear view mirrors. So, the side mirrors. And so I'm instantly like, oh my God, if I open this door, this man's going to abduct me. Like, I felt that so directly in that moment. Like, I knew that if I open this door, this is not a police officer. I told the government that I'm homeless 12 hours ago. And this is happening. When I went to bed, I thought like, oh, maybe someone saw me pee in the woods, How do you respond to a call 3 hours later? A, because there was no movement or me exiting the vehicle since then. And B, any police officers watching this, what's protocol? There's going to be a second squad car there eventually at some point if they're approaching or dealing with a person. If they got a call where they need to approach a vehicle and knock on it, there's at least going to be dispatch that's aware that they're checking on a vehicle, or he's gonna radio in, because the biggest thing that draws me to those conclusions is the fact that he not only was punching on the side of my door initially, he stood around my car circling it, punching it, standing on my tires, and rocking my roof rack back and forth as hard as he fucking could for 45 minutes. For 45 minutes, almost a whole entire hour, he tried to get me to come out of that vehicle. I wouldn't. I was paralyzed in fear. I'm like, I'm throwing steel at you the second you break through this door. That's all that's going to happen. I was fearful for my life. And so he eventually left. But the biggest thing that draws my conclusion that it was a government agent trying to abduct me is the fact that he didn't radio dispatch that there was an unresponsive human in a vehicle. Like, it's not uncommon that people do hard drugs in carpool lots. Like, that very well could have been a man doped out who was dead. Tell me what protocol and police training would you see an unresponsive body in a vehicle and then not tell dispatch about it and fucking leave without ever radioing anything ever? And why was it a white Crown Vic with no decals, no lights, no association or identification to anything else? I never saw the license plate, unfortunately. So that experience, I actually wanted to share in this video more than the first one, because the first one, it's very relative and very applicable to everything, actually, in my experience in life. But this experience specifically is the thing that has shaped the fear more than anything in my life, by far. It's the reason that it's taken me 10 years to make this video. It really is. Even in my highest moments of I have so much of my time where I actually have no fear at all, but it is still a continuous, constant reality that I feel I am in, that I'm not only being warred upon, but that I don't even want to say it in this video. I'm not going to say that. So, yeah, just that fear, I identified with it for so long, and just felt like there was so much of a force that really sees me as a threat and really wants me dead. They don't want me to influence or affect the world in a positive way, and they're very, very afraid of my ability in doing that, and to hindering their agenda of taking. And so it's the reason why I don't like, I'm even hesitant now. Like, I don't want to have my swords in this video. That's my physical training, the way I train. Like, that's not something I like to record. It's not something I like to publicize. My sword play, my knife play, that's not something I like to record. It's not something I like to publicize. And where I'm building rustic shelters in the woods, where I'm actually sleeping, that's not something I've ever liked to publicize or share. And all of these aspects of who I am, of the part of me that are it's fucking awesome, the way I live my life, and the love I have for the land, and the amount of connection that I seek to always be in with it. But I truly have lived in so much fear that it has crippled me beyond any degree that my words can express to you. It has crippled me, and I have allowed it to create a stagnancy in my being, in my own soul's purpose, and in just the joy and quality of my own life. And I often feel terrified, truly, brother, sister. Like, I'm afraid. Like, I am like deathly afraid, like, a lot of the time. I feel like I can't go on hikes alone in the woods sometimes. I feel very often that if I do, I won't come back. Especially with the parts of the forest I want to go into. But whole nother story there. Oh goodness. Our world is so magical. Gosh, I love you all. So those two experiences. And then jumping into the fear, abduction, suicide. Releasing fear, releasing insecurity, releasing judgment, and releasing shame. Shedding old patterns. Letting go of the escapism and the dissociation. Meeting your basic survival needs to then have room to create and express. So this is what I want to touch on before I really start jumping into warfare. That girl that I saw I shared about her TikTok video, and just the influence they had on me, that little bit, just that tiny little, I don't know, 3 minutes of my life I spent observing you. It was so unbelievably helpful that I don't know if I'm gonna share this video ever. I don't know what is gonna happen, but I literally want to acknowledge you have such a sweet name, Sienna Simone, Sienna Simone, Sienna Simone, Sienna Simone, Sienna Simone. It's got such a good ring to it. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it all. I instantly was so sexually attracted to you, like unbelievably sexually attracted to you. But then all of that, it was like, whoosh, as soon as your mouth opened and I heard your words and what you were speaking about, the amount, your beauty was amplified by you addressing these issues and having the heart and the soul that you do to care for these issues, and to have the bravery to speak to them, and to have the bravery to speak your truth despite everything, or anything. And it was especially the video where you just talked about fear and just really letting go, like, of how other people think of you, or what could happen, or, you know, all the what ifs, because yeah, fear really isn't real for the most part. For the most part, like, it gets fabricated through stories or through words or through energies, and then it cultivates, and then it grows, and it's like, it's a very interesting thing, and you really do have to face it for it to, like, come back into love. Like, you can diminish it or you know, by hiding and running, but, like, you literally have to face it to actually get through it. You have to actually go through it. And you know, I do try to do that, you know, with the fear that I have, but it's very real. That dude, that, I don't even know whatever happened after that day I filed my bridge card, like, it still fucks me up. It still fucks me up. I'm afraid to be a fucking human. Like, I'm afraid to sleep on the fucking ground under the stars, because I think some fucking government agency is gonna fucking take me in my sleep, or fucking send a fucking, you know, fly drone to inject me with something to then fucking take me, or fucking put some psychoactive shit in my bloodstream that causes me to be possessed by a demon that can then fucking just have me walk into their fucking facility wherever they want to do their research or experiments on me, or just throw me in an oven like you did, you know what I'm talking about. Just fucking, so, like, yeah, fuck that shit, dude. Like, seriously, you want to fucking murder me? You want to fucking be so scared that I'm going to tell the truth about what you're doing that you need to fucking end my existence? Like, then I guess we're going to fight. You want to fight me? Like, you want to kill me? Like, I want to love you. I want to fucking love you. Like, honestly. No matter how degree or how heinous of shit you intend to do, like, I still don't want to wage war upon you. I want to love you. So, yeah, still working on releasing the fear, obviously, if you can't tell. And then another big aspect, so this leading into, all tying into the end of it, of having the room to create and express, of having the confidence to fully bare your soul, to tell, you know, to truly be yourself, you know, with no regard of how it's received, and to truly, authentically be yourself. Like, when we're holding on to the fear, insecurity, judgment, or shame, I think it's basically impossible to do that. Like, because you're identifying with shit that isn't you, that really isn't you. And we're still filming? We're still filming. I'm gonna just double check on our time. 1 hour and 8 minutes, and we got 1 hour and 22 left. Okay. Alright. So yeah, expression and releasing fear, like, what are some of my experience with that, thoughts and feelings. Oh yeah, the family stuff. No, I'm not gonna jump into that yet. Um, really tired. I should not be drinking more. It's like the last sip. I'll be like, I don't need caffeine, but there's still a little tiny bit of lion's mane in this, so it's good for me. Um, yeah. So fear, insecurity, judgment, and shame, releasing them. The patterns, my coping mechanisms, the escapism and the dissociation. I think those are the two main words that I've come to really find, I think, capture my patterns. And unfortunately, the main aspect of my dissociation and escapism has been my relationship with marijuana. And with me never using it as a medicine or actually honoring it, me just abusing it and using it as a tool to escape my emotions, to disassociate from the reality that I can't fucking stand. You know, seeing all the corruption, seeing the people I love most create the corruption, continuously contribute to the corruption, hear about the corruption, learn about the corruption, and continue to keep doing the same thing. And literally have no even consideration or the slightest regard to try to learn more about those, anything. It's soul crushing. I'll just share this, like I was thinking about this week, that an analogy I would give, like what it's kind of felt like for me the majority of my life. Yeah, I do want to talk about the family stuff, especially the Kramer cousins. You guys come to mind first and foremost every time I feel this, every time I think of my family and all my immediate family, and especially you, Mom and Dad, and David and Ellen, and you know, all you siblings I adore. Is that you guys have really never seen